Welcome back to episode 106 of the Bowfishing Buzz. Brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and, let's see, where is my co-host D. Schmidty? Oh, he's making a grand entrance here. Oh my goodness, check this out, folks. Schmidty in the red dress. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Absolutely stunning, Schmidty. You look wonderful.
This is ridiculous.
Love the hairy legs.
This is... I gotta be careful when I sit. We don't want to...
Good thing it's warm up here.
All right. Let me situate myself.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. Are we here? Are we live?
We are live on the Bowfishing Buzz, Schmidty. Brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Megamouth Bowfishing as well, our fantastic sponsors. End Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery, Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA, and Painted Arrow.
Oh my goodness.
I got a good man. When you sit down, it's even worse. Good gracious. I'm warm, I'm hot, I'm pink, I'm sparkly, I'm in a dress. There's things bunching up that shouldn't be bunching up. But I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of the people.
You are a man of your word.
Oh, my goodness.
Short.
Why don't you give everyone a little bit of a refresher, Matt, just in case they're wondering why in the hell I'm sitting up here in a dress? Because I don't do this by choice. Absolutely not. This is not just what I wear to work.
Well, I believe back in March, end of March or something like that there, we had made a little bet.
We did. I got cocky. I don't know.
Yep. Whoever shot the biggest buffalo in the state of Wisconsin, the loser had to wear a dress.
Yeah, whoever.
And as you can see, you know who the loser was.
and there are stipulations to this because you've all heard them.
Stipulations, my bagumbas.
But I accept the loss, obviously. And I'm in a dress. And I will do this whole podcast. I'm going to be trying to, thank you. That makes me feel a lot better about myself. Yeah, that's more like it right there. This is going to be ridiculous. Trying to portray and relay information that I think is very important and informational. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in a very short, glittery pink dress.
Pink dress, that's right. It's very short. It's glittery. It's sparkling in the lights here in the podcast studio.
It does. I look like a big pink disco ball with hairy legs.
It's a very short dress.
Yeah, you could have picked out a little freaking longer dress. My goodness. I don't want to scare people away here.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So we're going to have to try to grind through this. Welcome back. Episode 106.
Yes, thank you for owning up to your side of the bet.
Absolutely.
And wearing the dress.
Yep. Got to do it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Got to do it. And
love it.
I think that this should be a yearly bet. We should do this every year. Maybe we switch up what the punishment is, but that would be a fun little thing to have on here every single year.
I'm up for it because I know when the time is right for the buffs, and I'm going to be going out there, I'm going to call Derek. Hey, Schmidty, we're going out to shoot some buffs today. You want to come along? No.
I was busy that specific day. And I know that when Matt calls me.
You were busy on 2 occasions.
Let me finish my statement. And I know that when Matt calls me and he says, hey, Derek, we're struggling getting on these fish. This is not a joke. This is real. Hey, Derek, we're struggling to get on fish. Can you point me in the right direction? And I send Matt a pin, and then he goes to that pin and shoots the fish that beat me. Hey, I'm just a helpful guy. That's what I do.
I asked you that day if you wanted to come along.
And I said, I was busy.
You did not drop me a pin, neither. You told me a body of water.
I took a screenshot of an area on a body of water, and I zoomed into one specific cattail.
And I said, there's
going to be a big 50-pounder right here. I took a picture of it, sent it to you. Bada bing, bada boom, 56-pounder, whatever it weighs.
56, yes. It was 56.
In the boat. Well, I tell you what, Matt. Let's dive in here.
All right.
We've got lots of information to portray.
It's going to be very hard for me to.
We're knocking on August's door here, but bowfishing season.
Glitter boy over here.
I would be such an ugly woman. You
would need a major wax job.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they'd run out. Okay. All right.
They'd probably make 15 wigs out of the hair on your legs alone.
Okay. Let's dive into the bowfishing portion of this podcast, Matt. What do we got?
All right. Hey, coming up this Friday, July 25th, Schmidty, is the BAA World Championship down in Decatur, Alabama.
Yep. Yep, been lots of discussion about it. Been a hot topic. It's a big tournament, crazy layout. That's gonna be cool to see how that goes down.
If you're down there in the area, I'm sure there's plenty of teams that are down there right now already scouting, looking to where they're going to go, figuring out what their tactics and strategies are all going to be, what are the fish doing, looking at the weather, all that stuff. But on Thursday, July 24th, there's also a meet and greet from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Ingalls Pavilion.
Oh, nice.
You can keep up with all the information on the BAA World's Championship Facebook page. They have information out there on that. Yeah, Derek, like you said, there's been a lot of hot topics here lately, especially last week.
Lots of conversation.
Lots of conversation about the Worlds this year. They were talking about how the turnout is a little lower than what they would like it to be.
And what are they sitting at boat-wise right now, Matt?
I believe they're at 40.
40. Okay, yes. Gotcha. They'll pick up a few more coming into the tournament.
Yes. And there's been, like you said, a hot topic. People questioning why the low numbers, what they think the reasons are. A lot of different stuff about that.
Oh, yeah.
The big heads.
Yep.
The distance.
Yep.
The traveling. A Friday night, which was very odd to me because that's what a lot of people wanted was a Friday night.
Right. You're not going to make everyone happy with these rules and regulations.
I don't care what type of format you have, where it's at, time of year, species to be shot, you will not make everybody happy. It's impossible to do. It's impossible to do that.
Yep.
You can't do it.
Yep. Well, and we've seen that from our standpoint of hosting the Big 20 for the last, 14th annual this past year? 14 years.
Yes.
Yep. You could say the dates a year in advance, but you're always going to have people with rules and regulations that are maybe not going to shoot the tournament or don't love that favor, and you got to go with the majority of what majority of people want to do. They held a vote where it was going to be held.
Right.
It is there, and this is how it's going to run.
Right. And, one of the hot topics was the big heads. You all situated now?
I am.
Should have got some balloons. One of the hot topics was teams think that teams aren't coming to the tournament is because of the big heads dominating here when they come in with big heads.
Yep.
But, earlier here, a month ago or whatever it was, the Muzzy Classic, those teams came in with buffalo.
Yep.
Not big heads, buffalo.
Right.
And won that. For example, the Cajun 8 is the first weekend in August.
Yep.
That's on the Ohio River up in that area where a lot of big heads are shot. That tournament is filled up.
Yeah, right.
They have I believe it's like at 60 teams is what they allow.
They have a cutoff.
They have a cutoff on there.
Gotcha.
That's filled up.
Yep.
Well, if that was the case, then there should only be 25 teams in that tournament or 30 or whatever it is.
If that was the sole factor of why there's not. Yes, right. Yep.
So I don't know why that is. I don't know why. On our last podcast, one of my things that I thought about was this one of the later tournaments of the year. A lot of people have their vacations used up.
Yep.
It's expensive.
Yep, absolutely.
They've been to the AMS Big 20. They've been to the Bass Pro US Open. They've been to the Muzzy Classic.
Right.
Their funds are depleted.
Absolutely. And, guys, not even vacation, but, the work thing is huge, obviously, to be able to take vacation. But even outside of that vacation, if they have a certain budget that they stick to go shoot tournaments every year or some kind of financial strategy to go towards it, a lot of times that can get used up in that first portion of the year when shooting is usually better in our area, the Midwest, and in surrounding states and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, it's just a strange combination of things that are, I think, resulting in a little bit lower than what they thought. Now, they might get a spike in boats here. It might be. It's going to be an interesting tournament. I can't wait to see what the weigh-ins are like.
Right.
It'll be definitely one that goes down in the books just because of the different layout and how pretty much anything is going to be allowed. Guys can travel all over the place. So it'll be an interesting deal to see how it turns out.
And what do you think about that, Derek? I saw some comments on there. I'm just curious about your opinion on there about having going back to one lake, blast-offs from one launch. What are your thoughts on something like that?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Matt. I've never shot. I have not shot in the tournaments that you have in your life. I've shot in a few. But just from being at a standpoint of hosting our own tournament, I believe that my outlook will be slightly biased, but I will share it with you anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Let's say that there's going to be 45 teams in a tournament. Whatever tournament you have, you put them all on one lake. From a tournament director perspective of us running that tournament, I would be a little bit worried about having all those boats, all those guys, all these people competing for high dollar amounts all in in one area. The bowfishing community is great. Everybody in it is 99% of everyone in it is a great person, but you open that door to conflict when you restrict everybody to be right on the same lake, even on the same landing. That you've just got a little bit more of a chance of something to go awry, with teams. And when you got money on the line there, guys are going to do whatever the heck they can to try to get that winnings. Do you share a similar output, or you like that older school type of thinking with that?
I've shot in a couple of shotgun start tournaments. It was dangerous.
Oh. Okay.
All the boats left from one boat landing, and they all left at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
It was early in the morning. We were on a river. There was barge traffic. There's channel markers. I know one boat bounced off a channel marker.
Ooh, yikes.
And it was hectic. I mean, we got blasted. We were right in front of Larry Sims' boat, and they have an airboat, and we just totally got washed out when he took off.
Oh, I bet. Yep.
Yep. We got washed out with that there, and it was a hectic ride down the river. It was white knuckle down the river. Like I said, barge traffic early in the morning. It wasn't completely dark. It wasn't completely light out yet.
Right.
That was a little sketchy, and I can see where something might happen. With today's boats.
Right.
And the number of teams, that could be a little sketchy. I am not a fan of one lake tournaments or anything like that there. I think you need to open that up. You need to open up different waters for some of your smaller teams.
Sure, gotcha.
That want to travel maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours to a lake that they know a little bit better.
Familiar.
They're going to be intimidated. They're going to be a little scared to come to a tournament, I think, if you have it on just one lake.
Sure.
And I agree with you. What people will do for a lot of money, a lot of conflict can happen.
Yeah.
On one lake tournaments.
Yep.
I think if you did have it on one body of water, you would have to limit that.
Limit it to a certain amount of boats that'll be in that tournament?
I think you would have to limit it to something like that there.
Yeah.
I think if somebody wants to do that, put a bid in.
Right. Yeah.
Put a bid in.
Yep.
You can talk about it on Facebook and all that stuff there. Put a bid in. See what happens.
Yep.
You might have a great turnout.
Put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what happens.
You might have a bad turnout.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
Put a bid in for that.
Yep.
And that's one thing that I always see people making, suggestions and stuff like that there. Well, then we should have more than 2 bids for the Worlds every year.
Right.
We should have a ton of bids.
Yep.
For the Worlds, which would be great.
Absolutely. And you know how it goes with guys, Matt, too. You'll get guys who are, keyboard cowboys, and that's the only time that they'll take motion on that is making a Facebook comment on it.
And everything.
And they'll never put a bid in or want to do that. But as soon as something does get decided, they'll have something negative to say about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think that, like I said, there should be more bids put in. But I also think that if you're going to have a tournament where teams can travel, I think there should be limits on that. Say, for example, I'm going to use Alabama, for example. That's where the tournament is this year. Yep. To me, I think if you're going to allow traveling, it should be in the state of Alabama only.
Okay, gotcha. Restricted to that state's waters.
Restricted to that state's waters, that state's boundaries. That might make it a little bit better for teams, smaller teams. You're not allowing somebody to travel so far, like they say, to shoot this species, that fish species, target that one, large gator gars, stuff like that there. I think that's just my suggestion. That state only. Wherever the headquarters are at, it's only in that state.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of like, and I'm not bragging on our tournament at all, but we have it in the state of Wisconsin.
Yep.
That's our boundaries. Yep. And it seems to work very well for us.
Right.
We don't have any issues. Teams can go wherever they want. We don't have any conflicts with other boats getting in other boats' ways.
Right.
You might have one here or there, a small little squabble or something like that there, but nothing's been really brought up to me.
No.
Yep. And I want to go back to it as also people talking about, the big heads. Oh, the big heads. Big heads are winning and stuff like that there. Well, years ago, the airboats were dominating by chasing down grassies,
Yep.
chasing down buffs. It was just the best tool, and for many years, that was what was winning the world's championships.
Right.
Guys in airboats, chasing down grassies and buffs, which is a great strategy.
Yep.
That's a strategy that's awesome.
Yep. At that point,
Hats off.
that's what
Yeah,
that's what
great.
it had evolved into. That was a very good way to place highly in tournaments.
Right. Now, you might have an airboat, but you know how to drive that properly to get on those fish. That's another thing. So it was a very good technique on those guys that were doing that. Hats off to them.
Yeah.
Well, there was nobody saying, we got to put a limit on grassies. These guys are kicking butt too much. Nobody ever said that.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever said. Now you have these guys that have figured out strategies on these big heads and have put in a ton of work
Oh God, an insane amount of time.
on these big heads. Figured them out. Now they're coming in with these. And now people are saying, you got to put a limit on these fish. You can't put a limit on invasive species like that.
Right.
You can't do that. Now, somebody might say to me, well, you put a limit on buffs.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Why do we put a limit on buffs?
Because buffs are native in some
Exactly.
states.
Yes.
Yeah. Some areas. Most areas, really. Yep.
Yep. So you will never please everybody, like you said, in these tournaments.
Yeah.
It's impossible. The ones that are running for it, hats off to you for putting in the bids, for having to deal with a lot of issues before and after.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hats off to them for running the show
Absolutely.
here. It's going to be well run. It's going to be a fun tournament.
Yes, I am looking forward to the weigh-ins.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I can't wait. I hope there's somebody going to be doing some Facebook Lives and stuff like that there. I hope I can sit back and watch it. Looking forward to it. And like I said, not only for this BAA Worlds, but from all the past BAA Worlds, thank you to the people that put the bids in, won those bids, and put the time and effort into hosting those.
Right. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So applaud these guys that are doing this.
Absolutely.
Applaud the ones in the past that have done it. I mean, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be shooting in these tournaments.
Right. Right.
So
Yep.
So it's a
lot
great
more
thing.
work goes into it than what people
Absolutely.
think.
Absolutely.
With all of this discussion being said, Matt, with the current tournament layout, I am curious what you think the winning weight will be for the World's Bowfishing Championship this weekend.
This was a very hard one.
Because you have no idea what might roll into weigh-ins.
Exactly.
So with all of your bowfishing knowledge, your 68 years of bowfishing knowledge that you have.
This is changing the game, though. This
It
right here
is.
is a game changer. It's not like in the state of Michigan or in the state of Minnesota or in the state of Alabama. It's no holes barred. man.
Wherever. Yeah, exactly. If you were a betting man and you had to put a weight
Yeah.
on a first-place team, what
Okay.
it would take to win the tournament, the World's Tournament this weekend down there in Alabama, what do you think that weight would be?
I think I'm going to be low, but I'm going to go with a 37-pound average.
Oh, okay.
740 pounds.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I'm going for. 740 pounds is going to win the BAA Worlds in Decatur, Alabama.
Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes,
That's
what I'm going for.
That's cool. We're very close with our guesses.
Really?
We are. Yes, we are. I'm going to go a little bit higher than you.
Okay.
Just because I love the dramatics of, oh, my God, you don't know what's going to come into this way. And there's going to be some beasts. You don't know what's going to be here. 780 was the number I had in my head.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. 780 is the number.
All right.
I did not calculate the average. A little bit higher than 37,
we'll
but
see
that
around
was
39.
that was the number that I had in my head.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 39. 20 more, 40 more, something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Very
So
good.
780, that's my guess. We'll see which one is closer. Watch it be.
And it's could easily to happen this year in the Worlds. I remember shooting in the Bass Pro US Open that one year in Memphis. We had big heads found 4 hours away.
Oh yeah, I remember you. Yep.
We didn't see a single big head that night. Tommy Woods and their crew rolling with over 1,000 pounds of grass.
I was going to say that was Tommy's 1,000, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That could very easily happen in this tournament because they can go wherever they want.
Right.
So who knows what's going to win this?
Yeah, right. Yep. Yep.
Who knows what's out there lurking in some body of water that's 4 hours away where they give you more time to take off, more time to come back to weigh-ins.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yeah. That's the appeal of it, in my opinion,
Right.
is that it's going to be crazy what's going to
Yeah.
roll back in here
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
I don't see anybody coming back and dominating with like stingrays or anything like that there.
Okay.
I think it's still going to be big heads, buffalo,
Your core group.
grassies.
Yeah.
And I want to throw in there, a team might come in with the big old gator gar or something like that.
Gotcha.
With some buffs and stuff, or grassies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Well, you guys got it there. Prediction 740 for Matt, 780 for myself.
Yes.
We will go from there. You know, Matt, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of bowfishing, which I am kind of a history buff. I love going back and looking at.
We're going to take you to a history class right now, everybody.
But before we get into the history, there is something that I would like to bring up just because I like to bring things up to entertain me.
Okay.
Okay. This past weekend.
Your red dress?
Nope, this does not entertain me. This disgusts me. This past weekend, as you know, I like to spend time in the woods.
Yep.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from 8 to 8, I am in the woods, enjoying myself on a tractor, four-wheeler, on my feet, whatever I'm doing. When I'm in the woods, I like to throw my AirPods in. All right? Listen to a little bit of music, a little bit of podcast. You know, it just helps the flow. I'm talking sports talk radio, Colin Cowherd, maybe a little bit of country music. Listen to the Bowfishing Buzz. This specific weekend, T-Pain was helping me get through the weekend, working out in the woods. Are you familiar with the rap artist T-Pain?
Absolutely not.
Oh, man, he's got a lot of great hits. Bartender.
T-Pain?
T-Pain. T-Pain is his name.
Like you're in pain? Like
Do you actually not know who T-Pain is?
No.
Oh, this is sad. This is very sad. I'm going to have to show you some T-Pain on a road trip. Next time we go on a road trip, we're going to listen to some T-Pain.
Leonard Skinner's cousin or something like that?
Okay.
Or relation?
No, there's not. No, so many things wrong with that comparison.
Okay.
Yeah, but so I'm listening to his music. I'm on hour 1 or 2 of listening to old T-Pain radio. You know what I'm saying? And coincidentally enough, I had to run back and do a diesel fill-up. I was getting low on diesel. Ran back to the garage, putting diesel in, so the tractor's off, and all of a sudden, a song starts to play in my ears. At first, I recognized the song, a very popular song by T-Pain called Buy You a Drink. But the words were different in this version.
Really?
I actually liked it a little bit more, and I actually have it available for us to listen to here.
Okay.
Matt, let's play this new remix that I heard this weekend.
All right, this was in your earbuds.
It was, yep.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Baby girl, check my flow. Let me talk to you, let me buy you a bowl. I'm D. Schmidty, you know me. Bowfishing music, Matthew Bowie. I know the club closed at 3. What's the chances of you shooting with me? Back to the landing, hope you understand it. Let's have fun, forget that we kids. I'ma buy you a bow.
Oh, I like that.
So you can shoot carp with me, fish up on the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? Baby, you ain't gotta pay me back, fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
Fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
Shoot with me, I bring snacks, couple moon pies, hidden in the back, big dirt bombs, polarized shades, DJ D. Schmidty on your radio waves, shoot till dawn, there's no doubt, these fish fat, that's what I'm talking about, bring anyone, they gon' see, drinking that Alani, it'll energize me, I'ma buy you a bowl. Take you to the honey hole with me. There's fish up on the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? Baby, you ain't gotta pay me back. Fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
Fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
We can shoot the sandbars, 40-pounders swimming. Tell me how you feel, mom, and tell me what you're thinking. Heartbeat increase, these fish obese. Fatties every shot, 3 for you and 3 for me. Checking your body language, I love our combination. When I see them carp lips, I get a tingling sensation. Now the boat's getting tippy. We look up at the moon, we'll quit in an hour. Better yet, maybe 2, where the big girls live. This is my career. When I whisper in your ear, there's a fatty over here. The wet mess got eggs on your rear. I'ma let D. Schmidty sing it so he can make it clear. I'ma buy you a bowl. Take you to the honey hole with me. There's fish up on the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? Baby, you ain't gotta pay me back. Fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
Fish in the tub like.
Hey, DJ Schmidty, he got the flow all night long. Please let me go.
Oh my goodness, that was a great song, Schmidty.
So I take it.
Oh my goodness.
I take it you've never heard that remix of it
No,
before.
I didn't. Never.
Oh
No.
my goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna have to add that to the Bowfishing hype song playlist.
Holy, that was a good job on that, buddy. Good job. That was awesome.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just really worried
Oh no.
that when somebody watches this video podcast
Well-
and hears that song and sees us up here getting down to that song and you dressed in your pink glittery dress, that somebody's going to think, what the hell is up with these two wingnuts?
If this is someone's first time watching the YouTube video podcast, I would like to say that this is not how it usually goes. We're usually much more professional. Well, I don't know about that. We're usually dressed a little bit more normal. There's not rap music, bowfishing music being played.
Guys dressed in...
But you got to mix it up every once in a while. You got to keep it fresh, keep it entertaining.
Oh my goodness.
So that was
a great song. I like
that's-
that one part where you that high pitched.
Hey, DJ Schmidty,
Yeah.
he got the flow all night long.
Yeah.
Please let me go.
In the original song, okay, T-Pain goes, we in the bed like, and then he goes, oh, oh, oh. I tried recording that. I deleted it immediately. I sound like a predator. I sound ridiculous.
And then even up here playing it with your dress on would have looked even worse.
Oh God, yeah, it would have been bad. It
Yeah.
would have been bad. So I had to change it up a little bit. So for everyone that's been requesting more bowfishing songs, there you go. I hope that cures the fix a little bit for
Right.
you.
That was great. That was great. I liked
And
it.
usually how this goes is I'll have one, you'll hear it, and then you think to yourself, well, I want to make one now.
Yeah,
So I would not be surprised.
I'm gonna have to go and listen to T-Pain's music now and that song to hear the
Yeah, you got to hear the original to appreciate the remix.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to listen to that.
Gotcha.
Good job, Schmidty. That
Thank
was
you.
Great.
Thank
very
you.
Good. Very good. Very good.
Back to the seriousness of the podcast, even though it's been very difficult to keep that going so far, this podcast. We want to dive in today to the history of bowfishing. All right. A lot of people think that bowfishing is kind of a sport that has built a lot of popularity in the last 15 to 20 years, which that's not untrue.
Right.
It definitely has. But bowfishing's been around for a very, very long time. I've got a little article here that I got written up from sources all across the web.
Yep.
And I would just like to read it to you guys. Matt, feel free to chip in wherever you please. Okay?
Yes.
The wild history of bowfishing, from primitive spears to high-tech predators. Wow. That's the name of my article. Wow. As you know, I like coming up with names and mottos and all kinds of stuff.
He's got to take a swig here.
There we go.
Dress is making you warm.
There is sweat running down my back into places it should not be going. All right. Bowfishing is one of the oldest and most badass methods of harvesting fish, and it's only gotten cooler with time. With roots going back thousands of years and modern gear that looks like it came out of a sci-fi movie, bowfishing is where ancient instincts meet high adrenaline sport. Here's a dive into the wild history of bowfishing, packed with sharp facts, epic evolution, and jaw-dropping comparisons that prove this sport has always been about precision, power, and primal thrill. All right, Matt? We're going to dive into the origins of bowfishing, all right?
Right.
Ancient warriors of the water. Bowfishing's been around for 1,000 years. Thousands of years.
Yes.
Long before bass boats, carbon arrows, or even fishing line, indigenous cultures across the globe, like Native Americans, Pacific Islanders, and African tribes, use handmade bows and spears to target fish in shallow water.
Yes.
With no fancy reels or laser lights, they relied entirely on skill, stealth, and survival. Native Americans used bows and fire-lit torches to spear fish at night. Yes. Nighttime bowfishing is not new. It's been around for a long time.
Right.
It's ancient.
Yes.
In Southeast Asia, bamboo spears and bows were used to hunt fish in flooded rice paddies and shallow rivers.
Oh.
Aboriginal Australians used spears and even trained their dogs to help track fish in the shallows.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Holy cow.
We got squirrel dogs and bird dogs. We need to
Right.
get ourselves some carp dogs.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Dennis Redden has one of them, actually.
He does. That dog goes nuts
my
every
gosh.
time a carp is close. Yes. Yep. For a comparison, today's bowfisher uses high-tech compound bows and retriever reels, whatever reel they might be using. Back then, a curved stick, sinew string, and a stone-tipped arrow, but both had the same goal. Evolution of the gear from flint to fiber. The earliest bowfishing tools were crude but effective. Flint or bone-tipped arrows with barbs allowed early hunters to impale and retrieve fish. But as time went on, bowfishing gear evolved dramatically. Wow. And it is still evolving to this day.
Yes, it is.
The 20th century brought innovation to the sport. Fiberglass arrows, barbed points that screw in and out, and in the 1970s and 80s, dedicated bowfishing reels like the iconic AMS Retriever, which revolutionized retrieval with its bottle-style line system.
Yep. For sure.
Today's arrows are made of high-density fiberglass or carbon, tipped with replaceable stainless steel points and shot from lever bows, compound bows, and even recurves. Laser sights, LED floodlights, trolling motors, and flat-bottom fan boats now allow bowfishers to silently stalk invasive fish like Asian carp under the cover of night. Some modern arrows can punch through 50-pound carp and drag it back without breaking a sweat. Primitive arrows? You prayed the fish wasn't too big to drag you into the water with it. Target species through time, Matt. Bowfishing has always been about species that you can see when you shoot, typically in shallow or clear water. In ancient times, common targets included tilapia, gar, catfish, eel, and trout. Today, popular game includes carp, commons, grassies, bigheads, also gar, bowfin, buffalo, and rays. In places in the southern U.S., people also target alligators and even sharks while bowfishing. Yes, sharks. Fun fact, the common carp, a top target for modern bowfishers, we've discussed this on the podcast before, was introduced to North America in the 1800s. It is now considered invasive and is legal to bowfish in most states, making it the perfect mix of sport and conservation. All right, think of it this way, Matt.
Okay.
If rod and reel fishing is chess, bowfishing is playing Call of Duty with an arrow attached.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some fishing. I love sitting out catching walleyes, but it's definitely a slower-paced thing than what rod and reel fishing is. Modern culture, the rise of the bowfishing brotherhood. In recent years, bowfishing has exploded in popularity, especially in the U.S. and specifically in the Midwest and South. Why? It's visual, action-packed, and social. You don't sit and wait. You move, shoot, and celebrate.
Right.
Bowfishing tournaments have grown in size with prize money, sponsorships, and hardcore followings. YouTubers and social media have helped launch the carp slaying memo into the mainstream, with viral videos of monstrous fish exploding from the water. Companies like AMS Bowfishing have led the charge. They didn't join the modern industry, they created it by designing innovative gear, badass branding, and a community that's part hunter, part conservationalist, and all adrenaline junkie. My closing thoughts, Matt. Bowfishing has evolved from ancient survival to modern obsession. But at its core, it's still about the primal thrill of stalking your prey and landing that shot.
Yes, it is.
Whether you're using a hand-carved longbow in a jungle river or a turbocharged fan boat lit up like a spaceship, bowfishing connects us to a raw, instinctual part of ourselves. So the next time you knock an arrow and spot that carp lurking just beneath the surface, remember, you're part of a tradition older than recorded history. And with every shot, you're not just shooting a fish. You're writing the next chapter in the legend that is our sport of bowfishing.
Wow.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool history there.
That was kind of a little recap of the history.
Wow.
Yeah. Lots of those facts were very mind-blowing to me, to be honest with you. The dog thing blew my mind. That blew my mind. I'd love to see a dog go grab a carp that just got shot with an arrow. It would be hard for that dog to bring.
Out there that do that. Remember Dennis's dog? I'll grab that big head on the bank and
that's
diving
true.
in the water.
That dog is too small to be doing that. That dog is going to go in with that big head.
What did Dennis tell us last time we were down here this year?
Something happened with that dog.
Somebody had a fish on there, bring it to the boat, and it got off, and the fish swam away, and the dog caught the fish swimming away in the lights of the boat, and the dog jumped in the water after that fish, and it swam so far after that fish, it went out of the lights of the boat.
They were having a hard time finding the... They ended up recovering the dog, and the dog was fine and happy, but yes. I think didn't he say, I can't bring that dog with me anymore.
He said he can't take it with him. He just goes crazy.
He jumps in the water, he goes nuts. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That is pretty cool. Well, Derek, I had some stuff that I looked up on the internet, too, about the history of bowfishing. So here's what I had found out there. The history of bowfishing is a fascinating subject. Early humans around the world used bows and arrows and developed fish hunting techniques to find food to survive.
Absolutely. That's where it all stems from.
Now, fishing is an ancient practice that has been an essential part of human life for over 40,000 years, Derek. In many parts of the world, fish was a primary food source available, so local populations need to be well versed in catching them. Now, the history of the bow and arrow is a history of humankind. These simple primitive hunting tools date back more than 15,000 years.
Oh, my gosh.
And can be found all over the world. Our ancestors used a bow and arrow for hunting food on land, but they soon realized they could also be using the same equipment for fishing. And that is where bow fishing began. In many parts of the world, bow fishing was becoming an important source of food and often more successful than hunting wild game with bows and arrows.
Yep.
As ancient cultures incorporated bow fishing into their regular hunting habits, the tools they used evolved as well. Bows were developed and specialized purposes. Techniques were also developed to help early bow fishermen be more successful. Now, this next one here, Derek, falls back into what you had said.
Okay, gotcha.
A great example of this was a Karankawa Native American who, according to historians, was some of the first people to bowfish and gig on the ocean.
Wow.
These indigenous people settled in Texas Gulf Coast as early as the 15th century. They would commonly use torches that were constructed with tar, sharpened cane stalks as gigs and arrows, and the tar was obtained through natural seeps for light for a source to see the fish. They would search for flounder along the coast with these techniques.
Wow. Matt, we should throw it back one night bow fishing. We should just have torches on the boat. We'll have to fashion our bows and arrows out of wood on the shore. That's crazy to think about nowadays.
It is. Carp is one of the most pursued bow fishing species, and they're easily accessible. You don't need to have expensive equipment to hunt them or shoot them. Not all species of fish that are targeted with a stick and string are classified as invasive. You look at South Dakota. They opened up salmon, walleye, pike. You go out in the Gulf, you can shoot several game species of fish that are very edible and very great tasting.
There's states in the U.S. that you can shoot bluegills in.
Yes, it's crazy. It's great.
It's all part of a population control.
Yes. But the majority are considered native or invasive, non-native, or rough species.
Yes.
Due to the new rise in interest in the sport, the Bow Fishing Association of America was founded in 1990.
Heyo.
Its purpose was and is still to protect both the fishing species and the fishermen's rights. It also took a charge of bowfishing tournaments and made them more accessible to the public. So there you got it. There's a little bit of what I have right there.
A little bit of history from your bowfishing history buffs up here. Absolutely.
Now, I also wanted to get into the BAA World's Championship.
Oh, a little history of the world?
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
I was messaging Justin Cook yesterday and asking him if he had any records that we could talk about for the Worlds.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, very appropriate topic.
Like where they were all at, some of the weights for these tournaments.
Yep.
There isn't one.
Oh, that's sad.
So Justin made a post on the BAA World's Championship Facebook page and asked, do you know who won the, what years did you win, who was hosting them and stuff like that there? They already had a somewhat of a list, but they're missing pieces.
Okay.
We're missing pieces of those. And I think it would be great to have as history for the BAA Worlds to have.
Oh, yeah.
Who was hosting them? Where were those tournaments at? Who won them? Who won the numbers? Who won the Big 20? What were the weights? What was the time of the year?
Yeah. Like, just off the top of my head, I'm like, I want to know what was the all-time world's record for first place. I just want to know that. Who did it? What's the biggest fish that's ever been brought into a world's event?
Right. I think that would be great. So if you have any information, go to the BAA Championship Facebook page, and you can scroll down and find that post and add to your comments there. Or you can message us here as well. If you know, you can message us on AMS Facebook page and Megamoth Bowfishing Facebook page. But I found this very interesting, really cool, Derek, and that's why I would like to keep this going and have it set in stone somewhere so we can always look at this here.
Yeah.
So this year, it's in Decatur, Alabama. The host is Michael Cather.
Gotcha.
Last year, Gilbertsville, Kentucky, Justin Cook. 2023, Shiawassee, Michigan, Jesse Hurst. 2022, Opelousas, Louisiana, Ellen Yater.
Gotcha.
2021, Brookings, South Dakota, Lance Wheeler and Rich Porter. 2020, it was canceled because of The China virus.
COVID year wiped the worlds out.
Yep.
No worlds that year.
Right. 2019, Winona, Minnesota. Host was John Laska. That was a big tournament. They had a big turnout for that one there. And John, when he did that tournament, started something that has been carried on since then is by putting up these auctions. And
sure. That was the first year for that.
John was the one who really took off with that.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. Hats off to John. That's very cool.
2018, Hermiston, Oregon. Host was Scott Estes. 2017, Lafitte, Louisiana. Host was Alan Yater and Raymond McDonald. 2016, Aurora, Kentucky. Joe Nichols was the host. 2015, Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Matt Harris was a host.
Let me interrupt you, Matt. Sorry. Yeah. Did you shoot that Prairie du Chien tournament? Mm-hmm. How did it go? I was not
great.
I was not working here in 15, so that just is interesting to see that. It was a very good
tournament. Very, very good tournament down there at the Cabela store.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great tournament. We actually won the biggest gar.
Oh, really?
I think we won like $700 on that.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I just wanted to hear about that.
Yep. It was a very good tournament. 2014, Aurora, Kentucky, Jason Greer. 2013, Vicksburg, Mississippi, Bert Turcotte. 2012, Huntersville, Alabama. The host was Brian Hughes. 2011, Lafitte, Louisiana, Alan Yater and Raymond McDonald again. 2010, Aurora, Kentucky, Jason Greer and Andy Cardwell were the host. 2009, Toledo Bend, Texas, Preston Hudson was the host. 2008, Lafitte, Louisiana, Alan Yater and Raymond McDonald again.
Gotcha.
2007, Cuttawa, Kentucky, Mike.
We don't know a last name.
We don't know Mike's last name.
Thank you, Mike, for your hosting.
2006, Truman Lake, Missouri, Lance Sullentrop.
Gotcha. Oh, now the next part of the list is where it gets kind of sad.
This is where we need help, everybody.
Yep.
2005, Gunnersville, Alabama.
Unknown.
Don't know the host. 2004, Texoma, Oklahoma. Don't know the host. 2003, Gunnersville, Alabama. Don't know the host. 2002, St. Clair, Michigan. Chris Cass was the host. Old Shaggy Dog.
Yep, Shaggy Dog.
2001, Lafitte, Louisiana. John Jacobson and Raymond McDonald. 2000, Lafitte, Louisiana. John Jacobson and Raymond McDonald.
Raymond McDonald was a busy boy.
He was a busy guy.
He was.
He put his work in for this year, yes. 1999, Gunnersville, Alabama, no host. 98, Gunnersville, Alabama, no host. 97, Kentucky Lake, no host. 96, Kentucky Lake, no host. 95, Lake Dardanelle, Arkansas, no host. 94, Lake Dardanelle, Arkansas, no host. 93, 92, no host, no location. 1991, Mobile Bay, Alabama, no host. And then the very first BAA Worlds was held in 1990, Mobile Bay, Alabama. That was hosted by the Panhandle Bow Hunters Association.
35 years ago. That's
so you
crazy.
Can see we need some information to get this. So we have all this information. It'd be a really neat thing for everybody to go back and look to see our history of the BAA, and we need your help. So let us know if you know anything about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be cool to get that filled out, or as filled out as we possibly can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. Well, I tell you what, we've been talking a lot here. Lots of information getting flown.
History, DJ Schmidty, the dress. Oh my goodness.
I need to go take a water break. I'm so hot in this thing. But I tell you what, everyone, we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Have you found yourself wishing you could relive your bowfishing experiences out in the water? Introducing the Mag Pro H2O by Painted Arrow, the world's first magnetic smartphone mount designed specifically for bowfishing. The H2O is a universal mount that attaches to the front of any bowfishing boat. The mount will work with any smartphone by placing the Painted Arrow phone plate on the back side of your phone case. The H2O design features an integrated rubber security strap to ensure your phone doesn't fall off the mount when in action. Filming your experiences on the water has never been easier. To pick up your H2O mount or to learn more, please visit paintedarrow.com and don't forget to relive the catch. Use code AMS15 for 15% off your next order. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. A color tone adjustable and dimmable light with a unique patented reflector design that puts more light where you need it. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights offer 3 different models. The 65-watt single color economy light, The 65-watt efficiency V2 tricolor dimmable light for maximum efficiency and versatility, and the 130-watt efficiency Maximus, designed to be an all-out beast of a bowfishing light. Efficiency, designed and built by bowfishermen for bowfishermen. Check them out at OutdoorInnovationsUSA.com. Are you looking to elevate your bowfishing brand with stunning design solutions? Look no further than N Designs. Their team of talented designers is dedicated to bringing your vision to life. Whether it's t-shirts, hats, leather products, eye-catching logos, to captivating boat wraps, they have you covered. Plus, with their commitment to excellence and attention to detail, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose N Designs for extraordinary results. Visit their website today and let's bring your ideas to life. N Designs, where creativity meets excellence.
And welcome back, everybody. Episode 106 of the Bowfishing Buzz, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and Megamouth Bowfishing. We just ran you guys through the world's history. We've been doing all kinds of bowfishing history on this episode. Yeah. Matt, how about we dive into a little bit about history on the AMS Big 20? Just a quick little recap of everything that we've done since that first tournament back in the day.
Yep. I'm not going to go through all the winners, but I just like to go on some of the little stuff here. The first tournament was in 2011 in Brandenburg, Kentucky on the Ohio River. Team Pocoho won the first annual AMS Big 30. That was a Big 30 back then.
Yep.
With 613 pounds. In 2012, it was in the same location, Brandenburg, Kentucky. And Team Triple X won the Big 30 with a weight of 908 pounds. Then in 2013, we moved it to Evansville, Indiana.
Oh my gosh.
This was when we had the first two were strictly Ohio River.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Strictly Ohio River.
How many teams did you guys have in those first two tournaments?
Our very first year, we had 47.
Oh, okay.
And then our second year, I don't know, Derek, but I'm going to say it bumped up into the 60s.
Oh, wow. Okay. Pretty good for a new tournament.
And then in 2013, we moved it to Evansville, Indiana. This became a no-holds-barred tournament. You could go wherever you wanted to.
Okay.
Yep. I want to say we had around in the high 70s or low 80s for that tournament.
Why the switch from Brandenburg to Evansville?
We learned that a lot of teams were heading west on the Ohio River.
Okay.
So we wanted to increase the boat count.
Okay.
Is one way that we thought we could maybe do that, is moving it more down in that area. Evansville was further west. It was closer to the Kentucky Lake, Buckeye Lakes. It was closer to the Mississippi River.
Yep.
We thought it would be a little more centralized for that area right there.
Yep.
And by having it a no-holds-barred to where you could go Kentucky
People
Lake.
could go there.
You could go to Barkley Lake. You could go to Tennessee, Cumberland, Mississippi River. You could go to wherever you wanted to, as long as we were back. So we moved it to Evansville, Indiana in 2013. Team Knocked Up won that with 745 pounds. And I remember that year, the ton of rain.
Oh, really?
A ton of rain.
Ugh.
The river was
flooded,
literally going crazy. The Ohio River.
Yuck.
Literally trees, debris fields, docks, tons of debris were on the river there. And I remember I was a little worried because of all that, but everything went fine. And that was actually Wayne Swim, Cole Whitehead, and Shot.
Really?
Willett.
That's cool. Very cool.
They won that tournament with 745 pounds. Then we made a big decision. In 2014, we decided to move it back to our home state in Wisconsin and held it at the Tomah Fairgrounds.
Gotcha. Tomah, that's right. So you were in Tomah for a year or two.
Yes, we were in Tomah for a couple of years, yes. Yep. Team Carp Unlimited won the very first Wisconsin AMS Big 30 with a weight of 802 pounds.
Dang.
And we had it at the Tomah Fairgrounds for several years. Then we moved it to the Marshfield Fairgrounds, which is even closer to us, 10 miles away.
Yep.
Which was very nice. And eventually now we hold our tournaments right here at the AMS facility in the Stratford Industrial Park.
Yep. Yep, we got her all tuned up to rock and roll. It's been pretty smooth since we. And just for everyone who does not know the story of why it got moved from Marshfield was great. We had it at the fairgrounds. Everything was going well.
Right. Was not planning on moving it.
Absolutely not. You and I were coming back from Kentucky. I remember that. We were coming back from a trip from Kentucky. The Big 20 was in maybe 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks at that. 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
On that date when we were coming back. And I remember you saying, let's just swing through the fairgrounds just to go see what everything's looking like, what we can prepare for. If there's something in the way, we got to move, whatever. Why don't you tell everyone what we found when we drove through the fairgrounds 2 weeks away from our huge tournament?
Roads torn up and construction equipment everywhere and dump trucks and skidsters and bulldozers all over the place, especially where all the teams parked.
I remember when we went down in that big yard area, that big lawn area where all the teams would park.
Yeah.
There were piles of dirt everywhere. And we had like a panic moment. We're like, oh my, this isn't going to be cleaned up in 2 weeks.
Right.
This is good. We're like, oh my God, what are we going to do?
And I reserved that Wayne back in January for that weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
We pay for that.
Yep. In advance.
Nobody told us about this.
Yeah. Did we ever get any kind of reason back of like?
No.
Nothing. Wow.
When I talked to the person there and said, man, we got a tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Is this going to be done? Well, I can't tell you exactly for sure or not if it's going to be done or not.
Yeah. Well,
then that was it. That's all I needed to know.
What do we do? Yeah. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah. But it was kind of a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you.
Right.
It's been great ever since here. Yep.
Now, Schmidty, we've been talking history of bowfishing, our ancestors, the tribes, the techniques that they're using, the bows and stuff that they're using, the gigging equipment that they're using years ago, tournament information. We can't leave this history thing without talking about the one and only Jack Lassie.
The original bowfishing pioneer. Absolutely.
Jack Lassie. Yep. You know, in the middle 70s, Derek, he went to work in his machine shop and built the very first prototype bowfishing reel using scrap metal and an old shampoo bottle.
Crazy. How far it's come.
Yeah. And then eventually Cindy ended up buying that from the bowfishing part from her dad. And this is where we are right now.
That's insane. So the man had a vision. He had a dream.
Exactly.
And it is living it out to this day.
Right. So we can't leave out good old Jack Lassie when we're talking history of bowfishing.
Yep.
Hats off to Jack. Yeah. Yep. I remember he loves to talk about those days.
He does. Yep.
He likes to reminisce about those days. I remember him telling me that when he was on the water, he had a soup can with line in there.
Okay.
And he mounted it to the front of his bow, and they would go out on Mead Lake there on the weekends and shoot carp. You know, and from there, he was like, I need to make something, build something so I can retrieve this a lot better than what I'm doing right now with the little soup can on there. I need to make something. And he made something.
Yeah.
That is still being sold today.
Yeah.
By the thousands.
Yes. Yep. That's. I'm guessing not even himself could have seen what it would have turned into long term.
Right.
I mean, think of that. 40 years later, it's different in certain ways, cosmetic, obviously, material, but the principle of how it operates is still very similar to the vision he had way back in the day. Yeah. Yep. Hats off to Jack. That's amazing.
Absolutely. So we can't leave out Jack when we're talking history of bowfishing.
Nope.
Not at all. I'm going to say it's very hard to talk like meaningful or trying to get down to business here with you dressed.
How do you think it is to try to talk with this on? I'm a sweaty mess. I'm trying to relay purposeful information.
That's what I mean.
Every time I'm very much a hand talker. I like to use expression, and every time I do it, I blind myself because these little glitter pieces are reflecting into my eyes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. All right, Schmidty. I think it's time for.
Oh, I know that noise.
Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready for fish that you wish. This fish comes to us from the state that made the very first 911 call in 1968.
Oh.
Home to the world's first electric trolley system, the world's largest cast iron statue, and the oldest professional baseball park in the United States. It's also technically illegal to play dominoes on Sunday in this state.
What?
And putting salt on a railroad track could get you fined. I'm talking Alabama.
Oh, how appropriate.
This fish was shot August 5th, 2023 by Caleb Couch. With a length of 43 inches, this silver carp rolled the scales at a hefty 42 pounds, 9.6 ounces.
Oh.
And that's a fish you wish you shot.
That is a tank of a silver. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know what I was thinking Wrigley Field, Chicago. So that was going to be my guess was out of Illinois,
okay.
But
Yep,
no, there must be an older one down there.
Yep.
Cool.
Now the reason I brought that up, Schmidty.
Okay, yes.
Where's the Worlds this Friday night?
Alabama, baby.
Alabama.
Yes, absolutely. Very appropriate.
You can shoot yourself a possible new BAA Alabama State record silver.
Yep, and that was not that long ago, so there's still big ones out there.
It was August
when
they shot that, August 5th. We're towards the end of July here, so I wish they would have had a girth on that because you just see a girth on that.
Really?
thing.
Just ridiculous looking?
Like it had it was huge. It was big.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of big fish, Derek, Cody Carlson sent us a message on our AMS Facebook page thanking us for making quality products that helped him land the new Michigan State record flathead catfish at 64.46 pounds.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a tank. What was his first name?
Cody Carlson.
Well, thank you, Cody. Thank you for sending us that message. We love to hear from you guys. Absolutely.
That's great. Anybody gets anything like that, you want to shout out on the Bowfishing Buzz, send us a message.
We'll do it. If you want a topic discussed, a big fish, whatever you want, send it over. We're an open book, baby.
Send it to us. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Schmidty, that dress looks so pretty on you today. Amazing. Your song was great.
Thank you.
Your song was great. We hope you learned a little history lesson here today on the Bowfishing Buzz.
I know I did.
Yes. Brought to you by AMS Bowfishing
and Megamouth Bowfishing as well. Our fantastic sponsors, N Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery, Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA,
yes,
and a great phone mount for your bow by Painted Arrow.
Absolutely. Everybody be safe this weekend.
Absolutely. Yep. Safety is number one.
Thing. We all wish you the best of luck competing in the Worlds this Friday night. And also to Team AMS, Lance Brantley, Noah Brewer, Gunnar Hagen. Go get them, boys.
Good luck, boys. Absolutely.
That's right. So from all of us here at AMS Bowfishing, we wish you the best of luck. And remember, aim low,
think big. Thanks for listening, guys. I got to take this thing off.